Right, I'm live. Hello, welcome to the Sunday sci-fi show. Sorry about last week, I couldn't make it. That's why maybe I should have put an advert up through the week. So I thought I'd do 30 minutes if nobody's on. It's been a while. So we've just got through Doctor Who. Hello, Adrenaline Junkie Vlogs. How are you, bud? It's good to hear from you. Sorry I couldn't make it last week. You know, so yeah, right. It's been sort of interesting, really. Doctor Who's finished. I did enjoy the series. My phone's going off now, and let's see what's been said here. Hang on. Yeah, it's I'll phone him later. It's so yeah, Picard, Star Trek Picard. Jerry Ryan, 7 of 9, being the Borg Queen. Coronavirus, just giving up on what's going on about that. So who's going for self-isolation? Oi, Captain Cape, how are you? Yeah, I thought I'd come on 30 minutes and I'll start doing an hour next week. So tonight's an open show. I said we'd talk about conspiracy theories. Your thoughts on the coronavirus, COVID-19? It's all gone to shit in the UK at the moment. Oh, I don't know. I mean, do you go for self-isolation or... No, I went to the supermarket the other day and, good God, man, I managed to get the last 2 packs of 24 toilet roll and the last 5 bags of pasta. I went in, I had some breakfast in Sainsbury's at 8 o'clock in the morning. I thought there were nobody else, just get some, stuff. And I went down to aisle, I had some breakfast, so about 9:15 I moseyed on into the aisle. Toilet roll had gone. I managed to get I think I got 2 packs of 24 rolls. So I will be selling them at £50 a roll if anybody's interested in £1 a sheet. And I got 5 bags of pasta. Bought loads of tins. I feel like one of them preppers in America. Do you know what I mean? Adrenaline Junkie Vlogs. Terminator Dark Fate, that's good, but not better than the others. Yeah, I quite like Terminator Dark Fate. I'm going to get shot down for that. I've seen it 3 times. Actually, the film has sort of grown on me, but they shouldn't have killed John Connor and they shouldn't have got rid of Skynet. Captain Caveman. Yes, I have some questions of Picard. Right then, well, throw them at me. Hi, Osman, how are you, bud? How are you doing? No toilet rolls. I know. I think it's like that everywhere, isn't it? I met a friend today. I was near the shopping centre and I called it the CEX and I went in and they were only selling. You could only buy 2 lots of toilet roll. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. I think I've got enough to last. Hello, Jane. How are you? Guys, I hope you, well, I'm going to say, I hope you're washing your hands and doing what we're being told what to do. So let me know your thoughts on the coronavirus and how it's affecting you. Captain Caveman, you did leave a role for Tiny Tim. I will do it at Christmas, I promise. But I will be selling well, we could set up a competition and I could send you some toilet roll. Kid. Are you all right, kidder? Oh, right. Toilet paper's off the shelf. It's gone crazy here, bud. Honestly, it's gone crazy. I mean, I don't think I've bought as much toilet roll as well. Thing is, you got to wipe your ass on something, though, haven't you? I mean, everybody's just going fucking crazy for it. There were no pasta, all pasta are gone. Don't even fucking bother with pasta half the time. But I've got loads of it, and I don't know why. I've got a thing. I do somebody coughing on bus tonight. When I was on bus this afternoon, I'm getting right annoyed. Then I had a little cough myself. I thought, I bet not say it's a bit hypocritical. Right, Sunday shirt. Right, hang on. Captain Kevin, why didn't he say, oh, by the way? I don't know. Oh, there was something meant. Oh, wasn't there? The Commodore, which I think I've got a theory. I could set up the next 2 episodes. There has been a big spoiler. He did, Captain Caveman. He did, Lal. He did. And she got took away. She died, didn't she? Oh, did she? You know, right. I've got a theory. Right, there was a leak on 4chan. And a guy called Mr. H Reviews, quite likely he does these really good videos. He'd seen a script, a 1-page script. Now, guys, right? Do you want these spoilers? What's going to happen in the final episode of Picard? Do you want them? Because you know, just some guy might have a nice bottle of Smirnoff Virus. Well, yeah, that I do. Well, actually, wash your hands with vodka. Apparently, alcohol is a good thing. Apparently, don't wash your hands straight away. You let it soak into your skin, it kills it off. That's what I was reading. I mean, there's so much out there about it. Captain Caveman, it didn't go well. Jane, I can't get out. They were closed where I work because of the virus. Jane, it's gone crazy around where I live, I'm telling you. Honestly, it's like a global thing, isn't it? I've been using my hand to wipe on red. I have to clean my ass with stones. I'm using sandpaper. Sandpaper because I'm a man. Yes, oh God, you imagine it's sandpaper up your ass. Right, no. No. Osman, I work in public domain cutouts. We're close to the public for 3 weeks. Yeah, well, I think I'm going to be off now. I don't, you know, it's looking like things I'm going to be doing might be getting cancelled now. So I could be at home now for I don't know how long for. You know, so I don't know. They're not too happy with our Prime Minister here, I don't think, about saying that some of the population are going to die off and all this, and he wants us all to get it so we become immune to it. It hasn't gone down well. I mean, I'm not a scientist. I'm only going by what I've seen on news here. You know, I don't think Boris has impressed a lot of people. I don't know. I mean, some people say he said right thing, others are. But everywhere else in Europe's closing everything down. We're just carrying on as normal, so I don't know. It doesn't bother me, Martin. I'm not watching. Right then, right. Well, I'm going to tell you then. Right, this is it now. And if you're all going to shoot me down, it will not be my fault. Right. In the final episode of Star Trek Picard, right, let's go into this, right? Right, we know there's a battle coming, right? Because when Picard contacted the Admiral and she said, shut the fuck up, Picard, or whatever, right? Right, he demanded a Starfleet squadron, right? So when 7 of 9 become like a miniature ball queen and got that cube activated, and then the Vakshar or whatever they're called, they fucked off with Romulan fleet. They fucked off to this planet with the 8 suns and the 2 whatever. That obviously this whole star system has been constructed, and in Romulan mythology it's somewhere like sacrilege. Right, so we're going to get the battle next week, right? Now, I think it's going to be right. This is where I'm going to go into this, right? This is all speculation, right? Right, what's this? The virus, sci-fi is like that film, Cassandra. Oh, God, yeah, I hadn't seen that in years, but I remember Cassandra Crossing. Hang on. Hey, Rock AAA, Matt, speaking of Picard's Captain Janeway coming back. Well, I don't know, I'd like to see Cisco come back as well. I've coughed. And, you know, don't just cover yourselves and, you know. Right. So we've got a battle scene coming up, right, of a Starfleet squadron, the Romlian let's call them Talty or the Jack Vash or whatever the fuck they're called, right? Right, so we've got the Jack Vash, right? They went off, right? So we've got a Starfleet squadron, the Jack Vash, and a giant-sized ball cube, all heading to this planet full of Sims, right? We find out Rio is connected to the android chick, right? He's connected because he met a duplicate of her years before on his ship, and his captain blew his brains out. We find out that Commodore O is half Romulan, half Vulcan. That's how she gets past the Starfleet tests, obviously with DNA. Right, so we've got a battle coming up between three fleets, right? 7 of 9, the Borg Cube, the Starfleet Squadron, Rio's ship, and the Romulans, right? All on this over this planet, right? So will Starfleet take the side of the Romulans, or will they stick with Picard? Right, so the conspiracy is going to be blown wide up. We've got a general idea that 500,000 years ago, Sims eradicated organic life, right? It's like Battlestar Galactica, isn't it? Right, so they're all terrified. This Romulan cult are terrified this is going to happen again, right? So this is all speculation up until I get to this leak, right? And if she did, how would you think it plays out? I think if she came back, she'd be an admiral. I think she'd be very high up in Starfleet, or a politician. And she's still in Starfleet, is Jane away. I can't see her retiring from that. She'd be like Picard. She's a Starfleet legend. I'd like to see her pop up. Now, this is all speculation, right? So we're getting to next week's episode. 2 fleets are going to turn up with a Borg cube, right? We're going to get a load of big revelations next week, and episode 9 is going to be one big fucking cliffhanger, right? So, hang on, what's this? Captain Kim, and I see Geordie and Worf. Now, you've just hit on to where I'm going, bud, right? Right, now we know this is canon that Worf is the captain of the Enterprise, right? So he's been to see Riker, right? Riker's put the word out to Worf. Worf is going to turn up with the Starfleet Squadron, I think. They're keeping something back, right? We're going to find out who the man with no face is. That's going to be somebody who we know, right? So I don't know what the Synth agenda is. It's all speculation. So they're all going to go to this planet with the Sims, the Romulans, the Borg, Starfleet, Rios' ship, and Picard. It's all going to fucking kick off. It'll be a big battle. There's going to be a big battle, right? Because some people said to me when I reviewed the episode, some don't want a big battle, but there's going to be loads of F-bombs, big battle. People are going to die. It's going to be colourful, big, massive. Finally, we're going to get to see starships. I hope they're not discoveries. I want to see, you know, starships like what we used to have, right? That's going to happen. Big battle. There'll be some situation with the Sims. That's going to get sorted out. Romulans they're going to lose. The Romulans, like, now that Narek, the spy dude, I think he's going to die or he'll survive, him and his sister. I'm a big fan of his sister, the Romulan. They're going to be villains in 2nd season. Now, I think this opens door for, like, Seela, you know, the Tasha Yar's Romulan daughter. Right, but that's all speculation. But they killed Tiborg. Yeah, but there's some XPs on board in there, so there will be a few of them, right? So, just some guys, yeah, I'm the patient slayer, right? That one girl, she does puke a lot. I've noticed that. She does. So, right, so now we're having this big fucking battle over Sim Planet. In this star system, it was built artificially with, is it 8 suns or whatever? And the 2 planets with the lightning and the nebula around it. That'll all get sorted out. Right, so we jump to end of this, right? Right, obviously after the old, I don't know where the big scenario's going, because that's where we're gonna have the thing, right? Peter, so Picard is now ripping off the oval, ripping off Battlestar Galactica as well, but right, so when they return back to Earth, when it's all over, right, Picard gets dropped off back at Earth, right? Because let's go just a few minutes before. I think Worf could turn up in the Enterprise in the Starfleet Squadron with Riker. I do. I think they're going to turn up some Next Generation crew with Geordie. They're going to turn up. I think that's the big surprise at the end. It's one of them. Now, the man that created the Sims, I don't know. But the Romulans turned the Sims, didn't they? So all this is going to play out. Now, when they get back to Earth, right, her that pukes a lot, right, focus on her that pukes, like Agnes, the cyberneticist, right? When Picard beams down, right, back to Vineyard. This is all speculated, but this is this one-page script. This is the moment now, right? She's in love with Rios, you know, with the beard, the Han Solo type guy, with all the holograms, right? She goes, lives in Japan, so she lives in Osaka. She says, come with me and come and live with me, right? Right? And guess what? He says, I can't. And she says, why not? And he goes, command hologram, deactivate. He is a fucking hologram. I'm being serious, right? This was the leaked script. Now, it's all speculation. It's all speculation, and I don't know, and it could change. But they reckon it might have been an earlier idea, which they were going to go with. But that he is a hologram. Rios is a hologram. Now, whatever you think of that, I don't know, but he is an hologram. Foam and cake. Hang on, Jen, I'm getting to you. Who said TV survivors in the remake? We covered that in the podcast about a week ago. I've not seen the remake, but Cockload, who I do the podcast with, he's seen the new series. Said it was very good. It was a bit over dramatic, apparently, but it is good. I want to see Seven hook the bow back up the Locutus. Well, that could happen. I'll tell you, I won't mind Seven getting older me, but good God, I used to have a 6-foot standy of her, you know. Don't ask. So that is what I've got. That is one of the leaks, right? That apparently Rios is a hologram. And I wondered with last Friday's episode, it's just gone. There was all that holograms, because when I watched Star Trek Discovery second time round, right, with Lorca, when we see Lorca, there's like a 10-second scene where he's looking at his reflection in the mirror, and that's in like the episode he first appears, and that's a big Easter egg because they do that. They stick in that little 3-second moment. It's got the answer to the whole fucking series, but you don't notice it because it goes that quick. And when I saw it second time round, I noticed it. And I thought he's looking at himself in the mirror, and he is a hologram, mirror version. Look, you know, so that's what made it interesting. Hang on, is Commodore going to send Starfleet after Picard? Well, I think they'll all take Picard's side because you know what he's like. He'll give the big fucking speech, won't he? You know, what you're doing is wrong and we were wrong. You know what he's like? You remember when he walked into that Romulan barn and all aliens were banned and he threw the sign on the floor? This is what you're dealing with. There's a twist and turn. Now, the other one, I don't know if this is true. There's been pictures circulated that when he gets back to the vineyard, there's somebody sat in his house. And it says, a voice says, hello, Jean-Luc, it's been a while, and it's cute. And it finishes there. It's cute. Now, I don't know if this is true. There has been pictures of, like, there's some leaked picture of Red Glove and some, you know, the big walkie sticky out, you know, apparently sat in his front room. I don't know, but Q turns up at the end. I hope that happens because I love John Delancey. He's superb as Q. You know, so, Captain Cable, 8 suns, 2 moons, lightning, yeah. That's it, because the star system was built, wasn't it, by some ancient race. I reckon it were Icosians or preservers. You know, some ancient race from the original series. I think Council was pissed that Pickard showed up at her home. Yeah, I think she didn't seem so happy to see him, did she? Damn, she looks good for her age, though, doesn't she? You know. Hey, when I seen Riker and Troy, though, wasn't they? Yeah, you know, still together after all these years. You know, I just thought I couldn't stop laughing when he said roundhouse shields up. You know, it just made me laugh. You know, tough love. So that's it. So Rios, like she's at Pukes a lot, as you're all calling her, right? Agnes, she's apparently she wants him. There's a thing between her and him with the beard. You know, Rios, he's a fucking hologram. I mean, make of that what you will. So, I mean, we've still got the big card of it all. What is the final conspiracy and who is building the Sims? So we're going to find that out. I think Law could turn up, or Noonie and Sung's still alive. He might have input himself, his consciousness into an android body. Captain came. I think he saw that Rios had the ship scan his brain personalities. Well, they're saying the actual Alpha, the actual Rios, he's like a superior hologram, and he's got a mobile emitter. That's how he got down into Planet in 70s disco game. So it does make it sort of interesting, doesn't it? I think it's not a bad little twist if that happened. You know that he says, well, you know, emergency command hologram disengage, and suddenly he vanishes, and she's like, what, you mean you've been a hologram all along? But maybe he downloaded his personality. I don't know. It's interesting. Jane, I go all the doctors are wearing masks. That really scared me. Well, Jane, it's this. Honestly, you know, a couple of weeks ago, I just thought I didn't really think it were there, but you know, you know, I wasn't really thinking it were it. I thought a couple of people might get a fan that were it, you know, but it seems like what we watch on a TV screen 3,000 miles away, we're now living it. It's like one of them sci-fi movies, isn't it? Do you remember the Andromeda strain and all that? You know, I Am Legend. Do you remember that? We might have zombies on the loose. Rios can't be a hologram. Well, apparently, that's what I thought. But if he's got a mobile emitter, and maybe because do you remember the Doctor in Voyager? He had the mobile emitter, but they couldn't replicate it. It was too advanced because it was like from 29th century, unless it's been replicated or they found a way to do it. But I'm a bit untoo sure because I had this discussion with Copeland on the podcast, and he did bring up the emitter, and they could have replicated it. So maybe they did, because I remember in Voyager they couldn't duplicate it, could it? But maybe it's 20 years on, something might have happened. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I want Rios to be hologram, but this has been leaked, and I don't know if it's 4chan's a bit dodgy in it, but sometimes they get it right, you know. So I don't know. Where did the real one go? Well, that's the question. He might have died. I don't know. Because there was that thing with that starship that covered it all up, didn't there? So I don't, unless he's still alive somewhere. I found it was a bit handy how he were connected to Android Check, though, wasn't it? It was all that was a bit of a coincidence, wasn't it? You know. The Borg are going now. Someone is using their conjure. Well, yeah, but I mean, 7 of 9. God, honestly, I'd marry her tomorrow. Who can move suns? Cute, precisely. Precisely, cute. Maybe this is where he comes in. Maybe it was some, I don't know. You know what the Q are like? They do what they fucking want, don't they? They've got like, they're omnipotent. I mean, they can destroy galaxies by a snap of a finger. You know, but there is rules they have to obey, though, isn't there? They can't, you know, there's restrictions with them, isn't there? I'm a big fan of Captain K. I love Raffi. I think she's lovely. I think she's a character that over second and third six you will really get to appreciate her. I think she's marvellous. Agnes, the cyberneticist, she's all right, but I mean, I don't know. She's all right. I can take her or leave her. You know what I mean? I like Narek's sister, the Romulan chick. I think she's amazing. You know, I was talking to my mate, and we reckon she'd make a great serval on her if they brought Blake Seven back. She got the vaps. I think her son is going to play a big role. Yeah. Just some guy. Reyes will be out like rumor and red off. It's possible he's on the ship. Well, yeah, he may have a built-in mobile ship. That could be interesting because before they couldn't step outside the holomatrix, the holodeck, could they? But maybe it's 20 years on, technology's moved on. Well, the Doctor's still about, apparently. I've heard he's going to be turning up in second season, you know, holographic Doctor. I think we're going to get a lot of appearances, you know what I mean? But for me, I want Q in this. I think it'd be awesome when Picard gets back to Earth. He's there. You know, and I don't know. There's something to do with Q taking him into next season, which would be interesting. Captain came. I don't get it though. Didn't realise says Captain killed the droid. Why he act like he had a long? Because when it was the first contact situation, wasn't it? And when they contacted Starfleet about protocol and that, it's that Admiral Commodore must have said, "Look, you fucking destroy him," and he went against everything in his Starfleet. But Picard said he was a dedicated captain. He was a good person. He couldn't, so he blew his brains out. Do you know what I mean? So, but I don't know if the Mars figure had happened before that. But they wrote his starship off, didn't they? It don't even exist. So. Is there some of his crew living on that planet with the Sims? I don't know. There's something more going on. There's something we haven't put together, and it's there. I think we've got most of it going round the circle now, but it's the core, and we're not going to find out the big answer till end of episode 9. I cried when that same John Lumpicant councillor tried that. Oh, hi, Rocky. How are you? I cried when that scene with Jean-Luc Picard, Councillor Troy had that region cuddling it. It was nice. Yeah, it was. You can tell how close they are in real life, though. You know, because on set they were quite like a family, weren't they? They were very close, you know. Because apparently when he signed up for Next Gen, he didn't believe in it. He thought he'd be around for one season, he'd be sacked. But he was a Shakespearean actor, been in a few British movies like Life Force and that, and The Borgias. And when he got offered it, he'd never been paid this amount of money. He got like thousands of dollars a week. He'd never earned money like that, so he did it for money. And he was a bit of a tosser on set with Patrick Stewart. He was like a true Shakespearean actor. When they were all having dinner together, right? He was in his caravan rehearsing his lines and getting serious. Well, they wound him up. They used to wind him up all the time. The one story I read that one day we're like pounding around on set, and he walks on bridge, and they were all there in their underpants and like air rollers in. They were all sat up bridge, and he bust out laughing. It took him 6 months, but they wound him down. They kept setting him up all the time. And he even took him into Berman's office, you know, road to complain. And the plays Tasha, yeah. She said, "Oh, get a life, Patrick." and you can tell in first season it's a bit stiff. By second season, he was one of the worst pranksters on set. He said for the first time in all acting jobs that I've been so serious that when I got there, these people took the piss out of me so much they brought me down. They wouldn't let go because he had to work with them. They wanted to make a success of it because they thought I'd be on a plane back to Britain. And they did loads of stuff to wind him up and that, and he just broke his end. Because you know, by third season, he's right into it. You know, he's really like relaxed with it because they've been like his family since. They're all very close. I saw 7 of them a few years ago together, and it was incredible. They're so close, you know. So, you know, I love Patrick Stewart. I think he's great. But I love that story where they were all Shakespearean and they all, you know, played Tasha. Oh, Patrick, get a life. You know, brilliant. Hang on. I'm just catching up. All right, Jane, Tom Hanks. Yeah, they have. Yeah, I read that. Yeah, they've gone into isolation, haven't they? Rocky. I love Raffi. I think she's brilliant. She's brilliant. Great character. And she was second in command, wasn't she, of a starship, apparently. Yeah, Q is a race, yeah. But they have rules in the continuum. They can't do what they want. And if there's any omnipotent being running around out there, their job's to stop that. Do you know what I mean? They can't do what they want. There's other it's pretty weird in Q content. I suppose they're omnipotent, but I bet there's something above them, you know. Martin, hang on, Jane. Martin, the New Mutants has a curse. How does it? Well, they put it back a year, haven't they? Apparently, Jane, it's meant to be very good. That Kevin Feige said it's really good. Captain Campbell, do a close-up of a nice bunny, then she killed it and ate it on a piece. Yeah. It's a bit 24th century. It's a bit depressing, isn't it? You remember it Next Gen, it were all fucking wonderful. Now it's a bit we've got drink problems and conspiracy. It wasn't quite like this at TNG, but it's a bit of a. Do you know what I find funny about Picard? Is when they all start swearing. When she's telling him like, "Shut the fuck up, Picard," and all this effing and blinding and all that, right? It's he can't handle it. He just sits there and he don't swear back, does he? He's like a gentleman about it, and he just sits there and he's like, "Well, there's no need for all this." And it's like he's been taken out of the 80s and put in a TV program today. Like they've just beamed him out, and I love that. I'm actually getting used to F-bombs now. I'm actually starting to, I know a lot of people don't agree, but I get quite shocked when I hear it, and even now I'm still shocked by it. The Andromeda strain, yeah, didn't they remake that, Captain Caveman? I think they remade that, didn't they? Rocky double. I'm typing on my phone. I missed my keyboard already. I'm no good at typing on my phone. I keep making spelling mistakes. Hang on. All right, I've got that one. That's an oldie but a goodie. I wouldn't kick Rafi out. No, I wouldn't, mate. She's lovely. I don't know what to make of that actress though. The Cybernetics, I find her a bit weird actually. I don't. Oh, she'll just puke up and freak out all the time. I like her. I like the Romulan dude. The elf boy. All year is, do you want to live? And then he just slaughters everybody. But I like Narek's sister, mate. I think she's great. I think if we had Blake Seven, she would make a great Servalan. She's awesome, but she's absolutely evil, isn't she? Yeah, they've been waiting to swear. Yeah, and I think they're doing it to wind people up because a couple of my friends don't like it. And they are hardcore Trekkie. They are, and they're not happy with the swearing. They're really not happy with it. Which is, I'm not knocking them. I can understand why. Even I'm a bit. I find it. Even when they first did it in Discovery, I was like, "What? Did they just say that?" So. Hang on. Imagine if they swore back in the day. Oh yeah, it would be interesting. Oh yeah, hang on. Captain Cable, make it so fucking number one, you twat. Do you know what? Can you imagine him talking to him like that? Hey, fucking one, get over here now. Like. Sorry for my language. Fucking engage now. Oh, brilliant. Sorry for my language. Bob Quinn can't swear. Jane, do you think the BBC will cancel Doctor Info? I think it'll be gone in the next couple of years, Jane. I think I'd like it to finish on a high, but Jodie Whittaker could be the last Doctor. I'm not too sure. It depends where the next season goes, doesn't it, really? But this season was better, wasn't it? So, but it did have its faults. But I quite enjoyed this. With the last season, you didn't know where it was going every week, and I quite like that. It went up and down every week, and I sort of like the ride of that, the journey. But there was one or two fault flaws in there. Captain Kevin, when Seven came to Queen for the money, I felt the tingle. I did, mate. I did. It was great. Did you see him though? He was shitting himself, wasn't he, when he said to her, "You're not going to assimilate me, are you?" She was like looking at him like, no, because you remember when she turned up, he just gave her a big hug, didn't she? She was like, "What are you doing?" And then when she become like all powerful as Borg Queen, I loved how he was terrified, wasn't he? He said, "You're not going to assimilate me, are you?" And she was just like, and then she said, "Annika's got things to do." So is she going to become the next queen? That's going to be interesting because if she's going to, so where's the other Borg queen? If she becomes a Borg queen, maybe that's what it's all been about. She might change the Borg. What did you think at Borg Cube with all the things running all over it, fixing it and getting it working? Captain Caveman, but they said she was like, "We still have purpose to this one," and it let her go. Yeah, it did. So what's going on there? I mentioned it, Jen. BBC. I've answered that. So I think Jodie Whittaker could be Last Doctor. Honestly, the ratings Doctor Who so low. I know they were bad. They were bad. But people did. It was after last season before, wasn't it? It was terrible. But there was some good episodes in there. Captain Kevin, she's using a Borg implants more in this than in seeing her doing Voyager. Yeah. Well, I think I don't wonder if she's going to take the Borg in a whole new direction. You know, because if she becomes like Queen of that Hive, she's going to have to take out the Major Queen, isn't she? Because there is a Major Borg Queen, isn't there? Just regard with the new Doctor, I'll take it right back to the beginning. Acting won't be as then I'd have my Doctor on power would say Chris Douglas. Oh, definitely. I want Peter Capaldi back, mate. I just loved him. I thought he was brilliant. But I don't think she's that bad. It's not her, is it? She's a good actress. It's the bloody writing for it, isn't it? But this season was better. Rock said, guys, need this like PC vlogs and YouTube content, creating simple 720 video editing, good specs with GTX graphics card. Can anyone help me? Oh god, I bought a new one. I bought a Nitro 5 laptop. I don't know, I'd have to dig all specs out, but it does everything I want. And it's fantastic for streaming. I was using Mac before Rock and it were no good. I mean, getting just like, you know, if you go for a panel on StreamYard, you got 5 people, you could only handle 2 people. This gaming laptop I bought, it can handle like 6 people streaming. And I've only used about 1% of its capability. Editing's not too bad either on it. It's got a basic editor on it. I don't know if I'm going to pay for a subscription though, you know, for Adobe. But yeah, check out the Nitro. Says Asus Nitro. Is it Asus? Nitro 5. Yeah, it's got a GeoForce GTX core. I think it's core 1.5 Intel. Coolboost technology, Acer Nitro Sense, faster data. I'm just reading wide viewing angle and ultra fast wireless speed. So I don't know if it's any good, but right on. Hello, Jen. Catching up now. Right, Jen. Martin, when the virus is gone, do you think that people will be scared to go to the theatres? I don't think I'm going out that much. You know, I don't know. I'd come in a bit of a pussy. You know, I was on bus today. I was getting a bit paranoid. I didn't like touching bars, and I know it's ridiculous, but somebody started coughing there. I got annoyed about it, but I had a little cough, and it was so I did say, "Oh, what?" I don't. There's no point wearing masks though, because they're no good. It's about hand contact, isn't it? I like her hand thing had the display on it. It did, yeah, it did. Did you see that scene where Picard he had the holographic lighting in front of him, and he said, "Well, I don't know how it works." I couldn't stop laughing at that, you know, because he just wanted to sit in chair and go engage, and that thing came up, didn't it? And he said, "I don't know how to do it." But I do love the Jean-Luc character. He's so flawed as well, and I love him for that. It seems like the factions are hardy. Well, this is it. Next week, we're going to find out. Roll on Friday. You know, I'm telling you, Q better turn up at the end of this. Martin, if BBC hired Tom Hiddleston as Doctor Who in Roswell. Oh, God, can you imagine Tom Hiddleston as Doctor? That's a great choice, Jen. You know, Tom Hiddleston as the Doctor. Now, that is one good choice. I could definitely go for Tom Hiddleston. Captain K-Man staying. Oh, yeah, they've released it early, haven't they, Star Wars? They've released it early. Is it out on Blu-ray now? All right, I'll check Amazon. If that's out now, I'll buy that tonight. You know. Mike, you send me information of yours as a comment later on after Mike. It's a Nitro 5, but that's all I know. I'm not I'd have to dig it out. Are you on Twitter? If you got a Martin's Global Appeal, send me a message on Twitter. Just if you got Twitter, and then I can get back to you. If you're on Facebook, go to Martin's Sci-Fi Appeal on Facebook, and I can speak to you through there. if that's any help. But I said but I bought this in November, but they probably upgraded tech since then. You know, it's like, but is it a gaming one you're after? Yeah, Picard was lost. Yeah, I know that would have got saying that. I might watch that again tonight, actually. A really bloody good episode, actually. Matrix 4 on the way. Yes, I know. I'm into it. What is your thoughts on that Matrix 4? I've seen some pictures of it where they've been shooting. Carrie-Anne Moss, she's got her own streaming. She's got a YouTube channel, you know Carrie-Anne Moss. She makes YouTube videos talking about life and stuff. Honestly, if you type in Carrie-Anne Moss, she's got her own YouTube channel. She's great. I met her years ago. She's really cool. It was rumoured she was going to be Wonder Woman about 15 years ago, wasn't it? When but it never happened. I found Q a bit camp, in all honesty, and the fake Q that went on Virgin. Let's see if Tuvok got over this. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. He did. He had that disorder, didn't he? That's just what I mean. There's so many unanswered questions. I want to know, just some guy. Where did the Dominion, what happened after Dominion War? And what's happened with Odo and the Dominion and all this? That's what I want. It was the biggest war they've ever had in Star Trek. Went on for 5 years. Millions died. Worlds got conquered. And the Dominion, there was so much damage. I know Klingon Empire was in ruins after that war. But that was in the paperback, so I don't know if that's classed as canon. For the Power, definitely. Yeah, it's a Nitro 5, but if you type in Google Nitro 5 laptops, I think there's like a family of them. There's like different ones, But this one does me for what I want it to do, so it's great for editing, though. Gaming one can handle everything I need. Yeah, well, give it a go. That's what I paid out for it, but I'm going to get another Mac, but I've moved on from Macs now. Macs were good when I was editing all the time, like using Final Cut, but I've finished that part of my life, so I'm doing other stuff now. Do you know what I mean? So, but this thing for streaming's really good. Captain K, oh yeah, he is. Yeah, you're right, bud. Yeah, but he's a shapeshifter, so they could get somebody else to play Odo. I know it's horrible, that, isn't it? It is, but he is a shapeshifter. And what happened to Karen Reese? What's she doing on Bajor? Where's Deep Space Nine? They did get Deep Space 12. That is mentioned in Next Gen and DS9 is Deep Space 12. I don't think we see it, but it's mentioned. And hang on, Odo died when I was called. Yeah, he did. Do I used to read his stuff on Twitter, and he was still tweeting, You wouldn't have thought, oh, we're wrong. Yeah, he did. Quark has been mentioned a couple of weeks ago in Picard, didn't they? When Rios beat down, they said Quark of Ferenginar recommended you. Yeah, did Ron become the Grand Nagus as well? Do you remember he came Grand Nagus, didn't he, and changed it all? And turned them all from being capitalist and that, didn't he? Jane, Martin, it's sad when I said the other day Star Wars The New World and Tiss beat an RT knowing the shit roll they had in TFL. So they ruined the did, Jane. I like how you wrote that. Brilliant. Yeah, you're right. They did. The fucked it, didn't they? But I need to watch. I'm going to buy Star Wars if it's out now. Just some guy. Odo died December 29th. I did. Do he were in Benson, wasn't he, as well as that he were like in Benson, wasn't he? And but Odo were fantastic. I loved Odo. Do you remember Heart of Stone DS9 where that other shapeshifter made him admit he was in love with her? Nana Visitor, gosh, he was nice as well. I love Deep Space Nine. Fantastic Star Trek. Hang on. Matt, do you play Star Trek and you should stream it on air or Twitch? I am on Twitch. I don't really use the Twitch channel. I only float in and out now and again. I bought Terminator Resistance the other day. I played about 10 minutes on it, and I've got to admit I was quite impressed actually. Terminator Resistance. I've not played about 20 minutes of it. I just set it up. Hi Samuel. How are you, bud? It's good to hear from you. I found it, just some guy found it nice and sad when Picard up to Anne Michael at the end, basically. Yeah, I know, and they lost the kid as well, didn't they? That was quite sad, that. They had a kid, and it could have been cured. The kid could have been cured with neurons, but Federation banned silicon life forms, didn't they? So the kid died, you know. Captain Cow, they just update the cover of the season shows 7-9 Michael Burnham. All right, that starts in April, doesn't it? I reckon that'll be on Discovery. I think it'll be back at Easter weekend, won't it? Samuel, I'm reading a really good Doctor Who comic book, Can the Flood. All right, I've not read any Doctor Who. Last Doctor Who graphic novel I read when they teamed up with Star Trek: The Next Generation, Matt Smith's Doctor, and Cybermen and Borg sort of merged into one. I think that's the one, but that's it. Yeah, Rocky. I think that's it. That's one I'm using. Yeah. So it's good enough for me. But that's me personally. But I don't. Or do you want something with more power? I bought mine from Curry's. I went and bought it straight out. So I was going to get a Mac again, but I've still got a Mac. But Macs, the greater Macs, they look wonderful as well, but they just date so quick. At least with this, you can adapt it and change it, So that's why my editing's been a bit off because I'm using Adobe at the moment. You do get a basic Adobe editor on it, which is quite good. So I've been shoving these special effects into, like a UFO here and fire and laser gun. I'm messing about when I do a video. That's learning. If you don't press buttons, you don't find out, do you? Rock, I play Star Trek Online. I've signed up to it, Bob, but I've not bothered with it. I played Call of Duty Online. I was quite into that, but I stopped playing it. So I'm Terminator Resistance now. Hang on, what's that? I just missed the message. Just some guy. And now the visit is 62 still. Of course, she was married. She married Bashir, didn't she, for a while? They got married. I mean, she still looks good now. I totally agree. I saw her recently on some being interviewed. She's lovely. She's really nice in real life. I met Kate McGrull in Blackpool at VoyagerCon, God, years ago in the 90s. And she was fantastic, She said, she said it was the best convention she ever went to. I think it was the first as well. The Flood Simon looked weird enough. Good story, mind you. It was. Is this the graphic novel, or are you on about the episode last week? The graphic novel. The one I watched was Matt Smith Doctor Who. The TARDIS beams into holodeck. I think Amy Pond are on board Enterprise, and that. And he's fascinated by Data as the Doctor. It's where it's that use magnetic boots to walk on deep space-time. Yep. The annoying thing is that you can't use your Arc account and place it as a separate account on all my programs. I've got Xbox. I use an Xbox account. I'm getting the new Xbox that's coming out. Have you seen it? The new one that's coming out end of this year. It's like a cube, isn't it? It looks really nice, actually. I don't like the look at new PlayStation. I did have a PlayStation, but I moved on to Xbox. I don't know. I don't mind. I think both consoles are just as good as each other. But I've had an Xbox for the last, I'd say, year and a half now. Well, it's all new and updated, so just PlayStation and Xbox 3. Right. Well, I might give it a look. I'm going to put my case forward for why the Phantom Menace is actually... All right, then go on then. I'm interested. The Phantom Menace does have potential, Samuel. It does. But a lot of people just panic, don't they? Is it Darth Maul? Is there something you've seen in New Clone Wars, isn't it? Is there something you've seen in... I've not seen New Clone Wars yet. Is there something you've seen in that's... how do you say it? It sort of made some connection to Phantom Menace. But I look forward to hearing what you're going to say about it. Hang on, Jane, I'm getting to you now. Martin, to be honest, the story in the Mandalorian is so obvious, storytelling in The Witcher is so, but I love The Mandalorian, Jane. I thought Mandalorian was fantastic. I really did. It was excellent. I've not seen Witcher yet. That's with Henry Cavill. That's on the watch list. I've got to watch Watchmen yet as well, the series. I'm watching latest. I'm just starting on Shield season 6. There's too much, isn't there? But if I'm going into self-isolation, I'm going to get the time to watch all this. Hang on. I'll make an alien Pinocchio's. You get funny customers. It's The Witcher like Game of Thrones. I've never seen either. I've never seen Game of Thrones. Honestly, I've never watched it. I've got a friend of mine's offered to lend me it all on Blu-ray, but I don't. I heard the final season was so bad that was a big petition. Millions signed it demanding the remake the final season. So, but they're making a prequel series. And what I'll find is that you get something. Now, there seems to be a pattern of it. First season, second and third seasons are marvellous. And then you get into fourth, and fourth's a bit shaky, but it's still holding. And fifth season totally fucking kills everything. It's like they get lost with ending. They set up this amazing thing, and they just lose it. Never mind, The Phantom Menace, The Revenge of the Sith is the best movie. I love Revenge of the Sith. I love Palpatine. I like Star Wars Episode 2. Yeah, I don't mind. I think they just Last Jedi pissed me off. They have that epic battle with Obi-Wan Kenobi versus Anakin. Oh yeah, God, yeah, definitely. I like Darth Maul, mate. I loved it and I thought Darth Maul double-bladed lightsaber were awesome, and what a fantastic fight scene. It were really good. I'm a big prequel fan, Revenge of the Sith. Oh yes, it's the best one in it. First ones. Attack of the Clones were all right, but it was boring. It just bored me to death, did that. But I do love Revenge of the Sith. Rocky, I'm just wondering, you can do live streams on the Nvidia Shield, can you? I've never had the Nvidia Shield, but I will say, I was in CAX, they were selling one in there, and I looked at it and I thought, should I try a Nvidia Shield? But then it's like an Amazon stick, and I know you can game on it, but you can. I thought I've got like the other stuff. There's no point getting it, so. But I think it was an older one. I don't know if you can stream on it. I don't know. But apparently the video shields are quite good. I've still not watched Watchmen. Pardon, I'm on 7 of Buffy and season 4 of Age at the moment. So they crossover, they fit together. No, I totally understand that. Hey, I'm watching Blake 7 again. Seriously, I'm on 3rd season now. I started watching Blake 7 about a week ago, and then it's all on YouTube. I started watching it, and I'm loving it. Same about Game of Thrones. Now, I've not seen it either yet. I don't think I'm going to bother. I've watched Westworld 1st season. I thought I got into the 2nd season, but lost it somewhere. But apparently, 3rd season meant to be really good. So I've got Westworld. I've got season 2 of Westworld. I've got to catch up with that. Samuel Passer, I was definitely part of the General Grievous fight with her, but yeah, I did. It was a bit of a letdown. That I liked Dooku. I'd like to have seen a lot more of Dooku. Christopher Lee. But Phantom Menace underrated. Spectacular. Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, it's all there. It's spectacular set piece. A lot of fun. Great. Oh yeah, definitely. Jewel of the Fates. Yeah. Darth Maul, Jar Jar Binks, the list goes on. The scene I liked in Attack of the Clones where Anakin killed all them sand people, with that music when he's on that speeder bike. That scene where he's shooting across the desert looking for him. I think that's spectacular, that scene. I love that scene in Attack of the Clones. I just something about it. Where he slaughtered the whole tribe of them, didn't he? But you're right. I mean, Phantom, there is some good stuff in there. I'm not, I went cinema to say I saw it twice. I like Jango Fett versus Obi-Wan Attack of the Clones, mint, but for me, Rogue One is the Dapper Don. That was Rogue One. Superb. I'll tell you something, just some guy. You know the on Amazon they're bringing out a limited edition Star Wars set of all 9 movies, but they're not putting Solo and Rogue One in there, which I was a bit annoyed about, and they're wanting £200 for it. You get some pictures and a book, and I'm thinking, what, 200 fucking quid for DVD, Blu-rays? There might be 4K or whatever, but I think there's about 20 discs, there's like 10 discs of extras, but 200 quid for that, fuck, I'm not paying that. I think that's just taking piss, I really do. You know, you did choose your own adventure, the Black Mirror. Oh, God, yeah. Do you remember the one, the Star Trek one? The McAllister. Brilliant, isn't it? The McAllister. Rocket, they had kind of got a masterpiece of thing growing up, but George Lucas ran out of time, unfortunately. Is it on the extras on the disc? Was there like any deleted scenes of that? I like the Rogue One Scout Wall, the AT-RT kills from the air and the engine very dramatic. Well, I love it. I think Rogue One, for me, is the best Star Wars film ever made. I do. I think Rogue One's excellent. HDR. I didn't want to see Doctor, but I did see people when you were talking about the season. I'm so confused how many Doctors I thought it was 13. Well, it's meant to be 13, Jen, but looks like there might have been more. In comes Dr. Ruth, who was before William Hartnell. Don't ask. We're all waiting for that one to be answered, Jane. I'm as lost as you. Rogue One is the masterpiece. Yes. I agree. Rogue One is the best Star Wars film going. It's the best one. I even like Solo, you know. Rogue One is the masterpiece. Only Revenge could possibly be best, but it's well close. I love Palpatine. I say I'm looking forward to watching the new Star Wars film. If it's out on Blu-ray now, then I'm going to get it tomorrow if it's out. Because I think watching it again with deleted scenes, I might appreciate it a lot more. Just some guy, my Star Wars preference on order of the best is Empire, Jedi, New Hope, Rogue. Yeah, mine's along. Yeah, I'd say mine's about the same as that. I'd put Solo in just after Revenge at Sith. Others walk away. Yeah, I'd go for that. I think yeah, definitely. Yeah. And I find with not the one before Last Jedi, that was just a New Hope remade. I mean, it was all right, but it just remade, wasn't it? Star Wars: The Clone Wars animated series that I used to watch. Oh, fucking Clone Wars is awesome. Don't you like Rebels? And I quite like Rebels, but it did finish on a bit of a sad cliffhanger, didn't it? I like the fight between Darth Maul and Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan took him out in about a minute. It wasn't even that, but I liked it like that. Sammy, you didn't like, so I was sort of on and off with Solo, but Last Jedi damaged that, didn't it? I ate Terminator down for. You're gonna show me down for this, but I've watched it 3 times, right? And it grows. I think the casting's superb in that film. I like the cast. It's just the fuck. Why can't they just set it in the future? And they could have had that cast in the future. Do you know what I mean? You know, and Legion. And why would you get rid? I love fucking Skynet. You don't get rid of Skynet. You know, Legion and all it. Skynet were brilliant, you know. But they should have started after Salvation. That's where it should have gone. Oh my soul says I only watch clips and put me off. It's all right. It's not the best one, but what's good about it is you get to see more of the world of Star Wars. You know how people live and what the universe is like. It's quite good for that. That's why I quite like it. The guy that played Lando though was superb. He's just like Billy D. Well, he's really good. The guy that plays Lando, he's just him. He's brilliant. Jay, no. Yes, body was, but the spirit wasn't. When he was thrown down the shaft, he teleported out. But the body, he'd been trying to build a clone body to keep hold of his power. And when he transferred, it went wrong. So he said in the book, and he was trapped in a body. That's why he needed forced dyad and what is it? Ray. He needed her body because he had the God Spirit or something, the Sith God Spirit. It's in the book. I've ordered the book. I've just been watching reviews on it. I think Last Jedi very underrated. Luke was under. Oh, it was disgusting what they did to Luke. To put a character who was so full of hope and light, you know, it was ridiculous. Same time frame, different dimensions. Well, they've gone into that in Star Wars. It opened that up in Rebels, didn't it? Parallel universe and time travel. So it looks like might be getting that in Star Wars. I think the Mandalorian is connected to this film about cloning. I think that is Baby Yoda. I think it's Baby Yoda it's cloned. I've not bought a Baby Yoda yet. It's so bloody cute though, isn't it? Martin, check out The Walking Dead. Oh, God. Rock, I've seen, I think I talked about season 3. I'm so behind on that. Done about 10 seasons of that now. It's been, I might jump back in at some point. Well, if we're all going to be isolated, I think it's all I'm going to be doing. So graphic and violent. It was. I remember watching remember 4-part when it started with the sheriff. Jane, Martin, have you seen a concert of Palpatine, The Rise of Skywalker? No, I don't think so, Jane. I don't think so. I wrote off Terminator of Genesis Aliens after the third one, Predator after fucking. I mean, just some guy get these masterpieces of franchises, don't you? Like fucking Predators, or it's like Terminator, first 2 fucking films. I mean, Terminator 3 is not bad, you know, but I'm big, for me, I'm a big fan of Terminator Salvation. The rest I could just put down toilet. Same with Predator 1 and 2, were fucking awesome. I didn't mind Predators, honestly. You know, we're Royce on that planet. That wasn't bad. But the fucking last one, it just a waste of time. It was like, yeah, let's become Iron Predator with his Iron Predator costume, which is bollocks, wasn't it? Why didn't they go for one of graphic novels from 90s? You know, like Predator versus Colonial Marines and all this and that. Martin, hang on, Sunday, right. Hang on. I wrote Terminator of Genesis Aliens after the first. Oh, God, yeah. I mean, Aliens is awesome, best one out of a lot. I gave it. Did you watch Covenant and the other one? Where they got that planet and then there was a sequel. God, switch that off. I watched a sequel recently with David, the android that creates the xenomorphs. I just thought, why are you doing this? Same cast from Last Dracula. I've not seen Dracula yet, the BBC one. Apparently it's meant to be very good. But I know they're bringing their new Dracula film out. It's going to be tied to the Monsterverse, isn't it? I'm looking forward to King Kong versus Godzilla. Hang on. They left Luke in Last Jedi, come back where till they should have been. Yeah, no, I agree. They totally fucked him up. He wasn't happy about it as well. So there's a bit of mistake, but it's the actual quality family like bonding with The Walking Dead. Just some guy. Oh God, the last project was Seamus. Yeah. Oh. Who wrote the Star Wars books for Rise is so dumb. Oh, well, they fucked it, didn't they, Jane? They totally screwed it, didn't they? Oh God, I had that on Mega Drive, you know, Robocop versus Robocop versus Terminator. But I think they did Robocop versus Aliens and Terminator, didn't they? Or something like that. I'm sure there was a graphic novel that covered that. I couldn't even watch it on the print, but it was shocking. Oh God, I know I didn't go to cinema to see it. It appeared on a monitor and I watched it and I thought, this is shit. I couldn't, it was terrible. So when Captain Get BBC Dracula was super. I heard, why couldn't they get War of the Worlds? Right. I watched the first 2 episodes of War of the Worlds on Fox. God, that was shit. I watched, you know, them robot dogs running about. I thought, go on, let's give it a go. So I watched the first 2 episodes and I couldn't be bothered with it. You know that the American version of War of the World, we're all set in Europe and set in France and Britain They wiped out half the world with electropulses. Oh God, it was shit, that was. Jane, who wrote the stars but the sky was so... yeah, no, I agree. What do you think about the Death Speed film, the fan plane? Oh, right. I'm still catching up with Flash the last season, but I am up to date with Supergirl. But I'm getting a bit bored of Supergirl for some reason. I'm a big fan of Legends of Tomorrow. I'm looking forward to the new series. Never mind that Crash Bandicoot on PS. Oh God, y'all got it back there, bud. Season 5 looks shit. It probably is. I like Titans and Doom Patrol. I thought they were a lot better. But I do like Legends of Tomorrow. I really do like them. I lost Arrow after season 3. Me and Arrow sort of couldn't do with it after about season 3. If you take notice that Jonathan Frakes will be directed a bunch of... yeah, well, that's right. Well, at least he knows he's in touch with it, innit? Captain K, best actor film was 1979. Oh God, that were a classic. That was Frank Langella. Scared, yeah, with that chick. It freaked me out, that. And it's quite a depressing ending when he got destroyed on that ship and his cape flew off. You know, she was still in love with him, wasn't she? You know, 7 Shades out of me as a kid, especially when Lucy shuts off. And the anthem comes back as a vibe. Freaked me out, that did. Frank Langella, fucking great actor. Queen of the Damned was right. Yeah, I quite like Queen of the Damned. Is that with Ilea? Lestat. God, I've not seen that in years. Darth Vader kills Palpatine, the exploded boom, and the Death Star exploded boom. You like sci-fi movies? Oh God, yeah, they made about 5 Critters movies, didn't they? Have they got a new one? Bloody hell. Return of Critters. Do you remember Ghoulies as well? Come on, guys. She is. Well, she is. Right then, guys. I'm going to go. I will see you next Sunday at 7 o'clock. We didn't get to conspiracy. I'll put an ad up for a week this time. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I know I couldn't make it last week. But it's been really nice to hear from you. I've been quite interested. So I just moved along quite nicely. We've been on an hour and 10 minutes, so it's not too bad. Thanks for tuning in, guys. So I will see you next Sunday at 7 o'clock. And I will get more of a format going. Hang on. Just read too much. Captain Caveman. Beware the eyes of and the other day it's Friday to the Fake Jet. Yeah, I saw the other one when he's on the fucking space station or something. Oh, is that Hellraiser? Jane Turn, Jane Hare. Right. Pleasure always, conspiracy. Oh, yeah, right. Let's get into the government shit next week. Yeah, definitely. I'll put an ad up for a week and we'll go into it. Right then, pleasure as always, conspiracy. Martin, I'm going to continue. Okay, but yeah, that's good. Martin Sci-Fi Pill. Just leave me a message and I'll get back to you later tonight or tomorrow. All right, guys. All right, Jane. See you next week. Jane, take care. Guys, you know, I'm not going to say it, but wash your hands and, you know, just be careful, you know. Do you know what I mean? I'm not, honestly, I'm not lecturing. I just, I just be glad when this thing passes. I've said it to other friends. Stay safe, guys. You know what I mean? So, you know, look after yourselves, and we know what to do, don't we? So, bye. Yeah, hang on, Jane. Hang on. Ray did knew that her grandfather. No, she didn't. Bye. All right, bud. Yeah, I'll look forward. I don't know a lot about gaming laptop, but I'll give you the one I've got. I think you've come up with the one I've got already. So, but try out the YouTube reviews. That's where I got my information from. I've washed my hands with the lot. Oh, protein. Cheers. Oh, all right. Hello, Shop King. I'm going now, Shop King. I'm sorry. You should watch it. I do watch. I've got all 4 seasons. But I have to go now, bud. I'm sorry. But I will be on next Sunday at 7 o'clock. Really sorry I have to go. But it's good to hear from you. So, guys, stay careful with this, you know, coronavirus and stuff. So we'll... I know you are, bud. A protein bath. All right, bye. Right, guys, take care. Be careful, and I'll see you next Sunday at 7 o'clock. Next week, conspiracies, aliens, and all the weird shit, right? Do you know what I mean? So come in with your weird shit and tell me what it is. Stay safe. I will do, Shopkick. All right, guys, take care.